federal prosecutor Joseph Moreno. Joseph, thank you for joining us. How much do they gain from this? What are they hoping to achieve here?
Hey, Michelle. So you're absolutely right. Whether or not this was necessary to move closer to impeachment, I think the Democrats in the House had two objectives here. One was legal. By saying they have an official impeachment inquiry or investigation, it doesn't really matter which, they can go to court in these various subpoena battles and have greater standing to say, we need these materials, whether they are the president's tax returns, whether they are the grand jury materials from the Mueller investigation. They think it will put them on a more secure footing when they're before these federal judges to say, we really need this information, and we need it because we are in the midst of a potential impeachment. That's the first reason. The second reason is purely political, right? I think the Democrats in the House realized that a very strong majority of Democratic voters want to see some movement toward impeachment. And this am I or am I not moving forward here was really getting to them. So they came out of the summer recess and they said, we have to do something here. We have to move this forward. And it got the attention that they wanted.
So they're doing something now, but if you look at the congressional calendar, there are roughly 40 days left before the end of the year. Is the time frame working against them in terms of what they can accomplish before really all attention turns to the 2020 presidential election?
Michelle, you're right. You can't fight time and you can't fight the calendar. This is compressed. This gives them the ability to hold hearings, and we've already heard that Corey Lewandowski may be appearing next week, so that's pretty fast, right? But you're absolutely right. In order to get the evidence they need, draft articles of impeachment, vote it out of committee, and then get it to the full House for a vote, this is a very aggressive timetable. And whether or not people are really paying attention at the end of the day, that's a great question, because this will be all election all the time pretty soon.
As Congress stands, Joe, this goes nowhere because, of course, you need 2/3 of the Senate to impeach. So, as you say, it is probably a political decision. Is the idea that you get more evidence through closed sessions, you get longer with counsel to interrogate people, and more dirt comes out? Dirt which the presidential candidates can then use against him in the debates?
Well, Christian, whether you call it an impeachment inquiry or simply a standard congressional inquiry, Congress already has a lot of power to do exactly the things that you mentioned. Question witnesses, subpoena records, get information whether it's open or closed. So this may give the imprimatur of being more serious, because an impeachment is serious no matter how you look at it. But at the end of the day, Congress already had this power. So what happened this morning and what you call it doesn't really make a lot of difference in what they can and can't do.
It comes with risk, though, doesn't it, for the Democrats? Because if there is a formal impeachment inquiry and it gathers some steam, that's what everybody's focused on. It drowns out everything else that the Democrats are saying. And we saw with Bill Clinton, didn't we, during that impeachment case? Actually, his numbers went up.
I think arguably Bill Clinton came out stronger, because while people did not approve of what he did, they also did not approve of the notion that what he did, his personal relationship, was to the extent that it merited removing a president, which is something that has never happened in our country's history. I think the Democrats run that same exact danger here, which is that people have had an open mind with respect to the Mueller investigation. I think most of the American public were open to the idea that the president may have committed serious crimes, and I think there was a sense of being underwhelmed when the special counsel ultimately issued his report and testified. So the danger definitely is that the Democrats are seen as making a mountain out of a molehill and ultimately are not taking care of the country's real business.
Joe Moreno, thank you so much.